All right. What's going on, party people? And y'all thought there wasn't gonna be a Fritter Friday while I was doing Sukkot. I know. That's right. Me and my baby. Fritter Friday. I ain't forgot y'all. Come on now. You know this girl. I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. I got the good old apple fritter. Look at that. Look at that big old piece of glaze right there. Ooh. I'm gonna take my time getting to that one. All right. Wife outside, she was doing her live. So doing some cooking this morning or for later this evening and also into tomorrow this weekend for Sukkot, for our day of rest on Saturday and Sunday, finishing out Sukkot. So we cooking some salmon. I'm gonna talk y'all through it now. This is a non-notary video, y'all. So those of you who hopped on, I might say a few things about notary stuff, but primarily this is gonna be about cooking. So I might break this up into multiple videos, or I might hit pause so I can move the camera around and show y'all different things. But right now, I got two good pieces of salmon. One's gonna be for her, one's for me. I got food service gloves, whole bunch of them and everything. So I'm gonna talk about the seasonings that I'm going to put on them and change out my gloves, bring my trash can over. Always have a trash can nearby. So, also, I forgot, almost forgot. Today, for Fritter Friday, we have a very special guest, y'all. A very special guest. Now, this guest typically shows up once a year. Well, always shows up once a year in my life. And they came a little early this year. So I said, let me have them a part of Fritter Friday. Oh, yeah. That's right. Whole gallon of eggnog, y'all. Whole gallon. Y'all, see, for new people to the channel, y'all don't know about the eggnog thing. You know, people like my lady out there in Tennessee, Mary, she knows. Went to the Kroger earlier this week. I saw it. I was like, eggnog. So what we got going down, y'all, just like I told y'all. Fritter Friday, the fritters and eggnog. I told you they was coming. I told y'all. And it has arrived. So I'm not gonna pop that eggnog open just yet, but I'm gonna get to that a little bit probably later today and everything. So when it comes for me now, just so y'all know, many of y'all don't realize or just don't know. Some of y'all who know me personally know that I love cooking. I consider myself one of the top cookers in my house. But no, I really love cooking. I love throwing down. So I'm gonna talk y'all through what I'm gonna be doing today. I got different seasons that I'm gonna be putting out. One of my favorites that I use a lot of times is rosemary. Now this is crushed rosemary, but I like to use the mortar and pestle and chop it down a little bit more because when doing that, it actually releases the flavor. You really get to smell that rosemary. You really do. You really do. So, people go back and forth when to put seasons on, like in what order and all of that. But I also have ground cardamom, that has sort of a sweet flavor smell to it. You can use that on pretty much anything. So I'm doing 2 slabs of salmon, one for the wife, one for me, because she likes certain seasonings on hers. So like right now, I'm slapping on some cardamom, and let me do this here. Let me do this here. Let me see if I can angle this camera so y'all can see the fish and all of that. I'm gonna put this on pause. All right, there we go. So, all right, get my little tray out of the way. So I got my cardamom. I already sprinkled a little bit of that on my slab. Now my wife, hers is very simple. She's going to be using roasted herbs, roasted garlic and herb seasoning for her slab. So that's primarily hers. She doesn't need a whole lot of flavor. She's not looking at a whole lot of salt. So now you're probably asking, well, how you plan on cooking this? And she likes it on there liberal. So I got to put a lot on there for her and everything. I mean, she likes it coated and everything, which just smells real good. And I have food service paper at the bottom here. Now with hers also, yeah, she loves hers coated. And the way I'm going to be cooking this, I'm going to be smoking it. This is the rosemary. I'm going to be smoking this in my smoker. I have a vertical smoker. So get the rosemary on there. All right, so that's the garlic and herb. Now I got onion powder. She likes the onion powder. So throw a little bit of onion powder on there. Throw a little bit of onion powder on mine. Ginger. The ginger be getting stuck sometimes, but she likes the ginger. I like the ginger on mine. Mine looking a little plain right now, but that's okay. A little garlic. Now there's no need to put garlic powder on hers because she already has the garlic powder. Now what I'm doing here, this here is that hickory salt, hickory smoked salt that I talked to you about. I'm not putting any on hers because she already has the salt with the garlic and herb. So I'm just putting a touch on mine, really just to try it out also. So I got all of that. Now, for her, she likes minced garlic. She likes minced garlic. So I'm going to, where's my little fork? So for her, grab out some minced garlic and just lay it on there. Then I'm gonna just spread it out. And everything. And I need to get my, where's my little special spatula? Yeah, I can use this one. I have all kind of, got a little small baby spatula. So this allows me to really scoop stuff out. And like I said, I like garlic, but she likes it a lot more than me. So I gotta get all that good garlic on there. So that's all of that. Set you there. And then I'm just gonna press this out for her. Don't try to run away there, little garlic. All right, so we're doing good, doing good. I'm trying to make this quick so the video is not 5,000 hours long and everything. So one of the things with me is I love cooking. I love doing things, creating things from scratch. Taking something and taking that something will be considered nothing and then turn it into something, you know, awesome. Now, one of the things I also have, I have applewood seasoning. This is where a little bit more of my salt comes from. Throw a little bit of that applewood on there. So I guess you could say I might be, because it has some of the same garlic and what is that, onion powder and all of that. But I'm cool with that. I'm cool. So some people might, you know, think that's a little overkill and everything. So I think I got all of the seasonings that I want on there. I also have a smokehouse maple. Now I'm the type that will mix seasonings. Yeah, let me double check. Okay, yeah, because sometimes I'll reuse a jar with the same season with two of the same seasonings. So yeah, that's a smokehouse and everything. So I'm just looking, double checking. Now for me, sometimes I like black pepper, so I'm gonna put a touch of black pepper on mine. Okay, touch of ground black pepper. I'm also, and I forgot, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ground mustard. So I'm gonna slap a little bit of ground mustard on mine. And all of this is me actually experimenting. I don't experiment on my wife's food. I don't experiment on Mrs. G food, but I will experiment with what I'm going to be eating. And okay, that is more smokehouse maple. There's some chili powder. Okay, I think I'm not gonna mess with the smoked paprika. Now I do know she likes cilantro. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of cilantro on there. All right, looking good. What else we got up in here I want to use? I think that is it. Maybe a touch of oregano leaves, just a touch, just a touch. There we go. And I think we are set. All right, yep, I'm just double checking the seasonings and all that. So let me put this on pause real quick and bring this back up to me. All right. So now, and I guess I'm gonna have to take the camera back down again. One of the things that I'm going to be doing with this, and I gotta double check because I gotta do it. I use banana leaves. I wrap and get them from Walmart or any Asian food store. I forgot to get them yesterday, so I went over to Walmart this morning. A lot of times the little Walmart may not have them, but if you go to the big Walmart, they'll have them in the Asian food, Hispanic Asian food section, in the freezer section. So they freeze these banana leaves. Whew, I'm gonna tell you, these things are excellent. They provide you with the right amount of insulation, and so I can take that off. They provide you with the right amount of insulation for your food to hold the heat in, along with the right amount of penetration of smoke. It allows the smoke to penetrate through. So if you use aluminum foil as an insulator, also to protect your food from getting too much, heat to it, the aluminum foil works very well to protect it. The problem is the aluminum foil also blocks the flavor, the smoke flavor from the charcoal getting into your food. So, yeah, we got a ton of seasonings. All right, we all done with that one. I see. Oh, I forgot to put the rosemary on mine. I was forgetting something. Would have been heartbroken without any rosemary. All right. Now with the rosemary, I like this. Like she likes her the seasoning real thick. I like mine real thick too. With the rosemary. I love that rosemary. Love it. All right. So all of that's good to go. Yes, my hands have been washed and cleaned and all of that. Since this isn't a formal cooking show, there was no need for me to do all of that ahead of time. And for other people, health conscious people, you could add turmeric. But I'm not going to do it this time. But sometimes I might add turmeric onto it and everything. So I got the banana leaves and all that stuff. So I'm going to put this on pause for a quick second. I'm going to go outside, get this set up so I can wrap the fish up in the banana leaves, put my special guest off to the side. And I'll be right back, y'all, on pause. All right, took me a little longer than I expected because it started look like it's trying to rain out there, but nonetheless, I can still barbecue in the rain. I've done it before. I've even barbecued in the snow. Alrighty. So let's see how I want to do this here. Gotta do a quick modification on how I wanted to do things. Put you over there. Slide you there. So I'm gonna just slide that over here. All right, and then I'm gonna readjust the camera in a second. So these are the banana leaves. All right, so set. Depending on how they cut them, sometimes they're in a huge swap, as I would call it, and everything. So I'm gonna just move this down, make it simple. All right. So what I'm trying to do now is just lay this out in such a way that the fish lays nice and neat on the banana leaf. You don't want to put 2 and 3 layers. You got to be careful so that the smoke can still penetrate through. So got that. And then I use this. You got to be careful. I don't like to put 2 and 3 layers like that. I will put, you see what I'm saying? I'm doing sort of off-centered and everything. I'm a little iffy on this leaf because it's all ripped. So I might not even, I'm not going to use that one. It's a little too split for me. Yeah, see. That's why I need to get these earlier, because being frozen, they start sticking to each other and they rip a little bit easier. So I'm gonna have to be a little more crafty on this here. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna have to go a little opposite of what I normally like. And I'm gonna, because I like to have a centerpiece that's gonna really hold everything together. All right, get my gloves on. I like using the gloves because in case I need to touch something, I don't want to always have to run and go wash my hands before I touch it. So I like using the gloves. So if I touch the raw fish, chicken, stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna do the whites first. All right. So once I get that up here, I just sort of loosely cover it. So what I'll do is that one that was cutting up on me, I'll use that to lay over top. Now if you want, you can use some butcher's twine and stuff, everything, which I done made the mistake of touching the twine after touching the fish, so I'm not even going to use the twine. So I meant to take the gloves off and forgot. So that's in the trash. No big deal. So basically, all I'm gonna do is just wrap this up nice and neat. There we go. So there's the fish. All right. Now, when you mess up like that, and you can always use a toothpick just to hold it in place. All right, so that's good to go. All right, so that goes in the trash. Oh, ouch. All right, so I put that there, set that on to the side. So now I already got the grill going. The grill's going and everything. Got up early this morning, got that started. All right. Let's see if I can find an even longer piece. Yeah, now this batch of banana leaves, to be honest with you, is actually not a good batch. It's not a good batch. I don't like the way that one look. All right, I think this is the piece that I really would like to use for my base. All right, yeah. So since these are a little iffy, use little strips to reinforce the bottom, because I like to layer them and everything. So what I got going on here now is, so doing mine. So I grab this piece over here and I'm going to throw that on there like that, cover that up, and voila. So that's that. So her salmon's done, my salmon's done. And use my toothpicks to hold it down. Sorry about that. There we go. So those are the two pieces of salmon. I'm getting ready to throw them out on the grill. So I'm gonna pause this and then go out there and show y'all the grill and all that. All right, just hold on one second. I almost got everything set up, y'all. All right, party people, this is the smoker. Everything, let me adjust my brightness a little bit there. All right, there we go. This is the smoker. what they call a vertical smoker. Got this off of Amazon. I like to keep that temp running about 150 for the smoking. Got my Sukkot mode shirt on. Yes, I did a wardrobe change. All right, so let me come up here for a sec. All right, for the fellas, one of the things I like to use lump charcoal. It burns hotter. Got pecan wood. I didn't get a chance to chop this up, so actually, well, I need a big bag. It's the big bag.
Okay.
So what I ended up doing when I went to the Walmart to get some more charcoal, I got the lump pecan, the bigger pieces. Now, one of the things, yeah. So if you don't have the little bag, the buddy of mine, he has a tree. So I just get the regular bag of it. Now, one of the things I do to help it smoke more, to get better flavor, I soak the wood in water. I soak a couple of pieces in water. The fire's already going. So when I put the fish in there, it's gonna get nice and smoky. So let me drop the fish in there real quick. Angle that. And just grab that handle. Be careful, it's hot. All right. And got the fire going down here. There we go. Putting some more lump charcoal in there. A couple of more pieces. And as this gets hot, as that heat really pops on it, the wet wood is going to just start smoking. So I'm leaving the door open a little bit to let more oxygen get the flame going. All right, that's looking good. It was something else. All right, perfect. So let me put this on pause one quick second. All right, y'all. So as you see, that smoke is coming. So I'm gonna close my door. And now all of that smoke is going to start transitioning. Oh,
you fine.
Oh, okay. So all that smoke is going to start transitioning from the firebox here over to the bigger unit and up out the stack as you see there. Hopefully, had to take down. So as you see, the smoke is coming out. So now from that point on, I'm not messing with it. I'm not gonna do anything to it. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the temperature. Right now, the temperature is just below 150. That's good. It might kick up a little bit more. Then I'll close the dampers. I got a damper at the top, damper at the bottom. So even now I'm gonna close the bottom damper to reduce the amount of oxygen flow. So when it starts getting hot, it doesn't turn into a big flame. So what you want is the charcoals to actually smolder and not turn into a flame. And the same thing with the wet wood, because once the water dries out the wood, come back up here. Once the water dries out of the wood, so once all the water gets evaporated out of the wood, then the wood's going to want to naturally catch on fire. So what you do is you just keep the dampers. I got the top damper, so it can flow. Then I might adjust the bottom damper just a touch to let a little bit more air in there, just to keep the fire, keep the coals with some oxygen, so that the flame can keep going. So that's, in a nutshell, is it. So from here, and see now, many of you guys, y'all like to grill, y'all like the big fire flame and stuff. I got 2 gas grills back there. I use those when I really got to cook something quick. But typically I smoke everything: hamburgers, hot dogs, turkey, fish, you name it, fruits. You can smoke vegetables, all of that kind of stuff. So anything that you got, you can smoke. Now, if you're going to smoke certain things like vegetables, then you want to really kick down the heat to probably around 100, maybe even a little less, so that you're getting more smoke than heat. So right now, I hope the neighbors aren't too upset, but it's going to be a little smoky today. So as you see, we got the smoke going. That's what I like. Okay, so for me, my whole trick is I got to get that smoke flavor in the product. Okay, I got to get it in there, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to me, the first 15-20 minutes, you just want pure smoke hitting it. Even if you don't use banana leaves, you want that smoke hitting it. And this is a good sign. So if you call yourself smoking and you don't see smoke, you're really not smoking. You're just slightly barbecuing, maybe chewing smoke. But you need that smoke, and what gives it is that wet wood. So I have additional pieces of wet wood over here. All I did was just throw 2 in there. Threw 2 in there. There was a couple of pieces of charcoal that was still smoldering. I threw a couple of more pieces of lump for the heat part of it. And right now, I'm still being at just under 150. So if it gets a little too hot, then I can always close the damper down, to reduce the airflow, because air does get sucked in from the top. So all of that smoke is coming up, and it's just hitting it right here. Now, the reason why I put the fish at the top is because the majority of the heat is going to be down at the bottom. So when you're looking at this, the heat is over here. This is your heat source. The heat is transitioning here and then up and out. So the bulk of the heat is down here at the bottom. You really don't want all of your food down here because it's going to cook too quick. So what you end up doing is having the food more up at the top, so that you get more of the smoke, and the heat is less at the top. So the thermometer is up here at 150. So right now it might be creeping up a little bit more. Yep, it's doing good. And all you got to do is just keep the door closed, adjust the dampers here and there, and you're good. Now, if the temperature for me drops too low, then that's when I'm gonna open up the dampers. And all you got to do is just take a peek out, and that's why I have it angled here, so that I can actually just look and see. And there we go, actually like that, so that when I can just peek out the door and see the temperature. Now, if I see it up here in this black area, that's too hot. I see it basically at 9 o'clock on down, I'm good, everything. So that's what I got going on today, y'all. So we'll let y'all see the food later on once I'm all done with it. But thanks, happy Fritter Friday. Keep doing what you're doing when it comes to being a great notary. Don't be scared no more. Go out here and do it. Make the money that you need to make. There's nothing wrong with hustling, but this business isn't about being a hustler. It's about hustling as an entrepreneur to go out here and grow and build your business. Y'all have a good one. Peace.